We're going to talk about just like a dark red to a regular red color. So healthy period blood can range from a bright red to a dark red, depending on how your diet is, how much you exercise, or things like that. If you see a bright red blood outside of your period, that may be a sign of light spotting from a hormonal imbalance as a result of ovulation or implantation bleeding. Like I was saying earlier, when you may see a little bit of brown blood during implantation bleeding, there's also a chance that you may also see just fresh red blood during implantation bleeding. Some women may be actively trying to get pregnant, and when they see, they're like, oh my God, I'm spotting a little. It's not really a period blood flow, it's just spotted. That could be a sign of implantation bleeding. Also, if some women report that they get ovulatory cramping, that means around the time that they're ovulating, they get cramping, and they also have spotting during ovulation. There's not a lot of research out here on that topic, but if you're one of those women where you spot during ovulation, let me know below. I typically find that most of my women who deal with, I typically find that most of the women who deal with endometriosis, fibroids, PCOS, whether it's just regular PCOS or just a cyst, tumors, anything like that, I found that they typically tend to have more ovulatory bleeding. Usually women with a nice healthy cycle typically don't have that ovulatory bleeding. So if you notice that you have ovulatory bleeding, that light red spotting a couple days or just a couple hours during your ovulation, leave a comment for me below, and also let me know if you suffer from fibroids, endometriosis, or anything like that, or if you completely suffer from nothing at all but you still have that red spotting during your ovulation phase. I'm interested to learn more about that. Also, red bleeding outside of the period, because we know healthy period blood can range from dark red to just a regular bright red, but overall it's just a red color. But when you're bleeding or you're having red spotting or bleeding outside of the period, like sometimes women report to me, LaQuinta, my period just went off last week, but again, I'm bleeding again, or I'm spotting again. And it's a bright red color. It's not brown, it's not pink, it's not anything else, but it's a bright red color. That typically is a sign of ovarian cyst. And typically cysts can go unnoticed. They are very, very painful when they rupture, but a lot of women may or may not know they suffer from ovarian cysts, because sometimes they can be disappearing cysts, and they come and they go and they come and they go. So with that being said, a lot of the times women don't know if they have ovarian cysts, but anytime there's bleeding outside of the period, or you have other symptoms such as pain during sex or a lot of abdomen bloating, I would suggest that you seek out medical attention from your doctor and have an ultrasound just to see if you may have ovarian cysts or you may have PCOS or anything like that, because bleeding in between periods is typically a sign of something going on, whether that is ovarian cysts, whether that's endometriosis, whether that's fibroids or anything. It's a sign of something going on. So whenever you have bleeding outside of your period, especially if it's bright red blood, that means it's fresh. It's not old blood that's just trying to come out. That's fresh red blood. I definitely suggest that you seek out a medical or healthcare provider for that. And if you want to chat with me to learn more about that, definitely, again, leave a comment below and I'll respond, or reach out to me and we can set up a consultation.